Hello, y'all. I'm back. Oh wow. It's 4:17 p.m. So I think after a late breakfast this morning. Well, I actually ate breakfast during people's normal lunchtime, and after a late breakfast today, I guess I was hungry. I was so hungry, and but I made myself stretch it till later today so that I won't have to eat three times. So I ate. Because I have to leave out of here the day after tomorrow. I have to leave out of here the day after tomorrow. So what's the point of getting groceries? If I gotta leave the day after tomorrow. Even though I have a refrigerator in here, but just a refrigerator and a microwave. And then, as I said, I don't be feeling comfortable, walking across the other side of the highway and then being heavily gang stalked and them trying to run over me with their cars and stuff. So, it's really scary. And then dealing with the doggone bus drivers and everything, it's pretty upsetting. So I ate a late breakfast, and then right after breakfast, I um I had bought me some more food just to save for later on today for dinner. So I put it in the refrigerator to save it for dinner, in a couple of hours. So so I guess right after breakfast during lunchtime I had I took I took a nap, and then I think my nap that I took, it was probably from sometime between 12 o'clock and 12:30 all the way until like 3:45, and I had some intense vivid dreams, and I woke up a couple of times and then went back to sleep. I think at one point I woke up around one something and then went back to sleep. So I guess that was carried over from more sleep deprivation. And then at the moment I still feel like the food undigested in my stomach, what they call gastroparesis from, when being sleep deprived. But I heard that sleep helps promote and improve your digestion, but when you don't get it, all kinds of things, mess you up. So you end up not, your food won't digest, and it'll be sitting in your stomach for days. Excuse me, they call it gastroparesis or delayed stomach emptying. Your immune system is weaker. It's harder to break the cycle of the sleep deprivation. Then you end up with excessive fluid retention and pain in your ankles and legs, and pain and swelling in your legs and ankles and stuff and everything. So if the online perps make remarks about, all she does is lay in bed all day and her head at the back of her head, all she does is lay flat on her back and stuff. Well, you don't know what I do off camera. So that's how narcissistic abusers do. They only judge you by what they see. and they assume that you do that all day, but they don't see what you do, off camera or whatever, but so I'm still feeling kind of full, you know, but I had quite a bit of intense dreams, and then some dreams seem like a repeat of certain dreams that I had a few weeks ago or a while back. And I even had some dreams about being back in my hometown, New Orleans. And then towards the end of and also I had a weird dream about it being nighttime and dark time, and me pacing up and down West Garden Street downtown near the sleep spot that I'm wrongfully banned from and can't go back to no more. So towards the end of the dream, my twin sister was right next to me. She was sitting right next to me on the sofa, and we were talking and having a good time and being on good terms. And I hugged and kissed her. Not kissed, but I hugged her and told her, that I love her and miss her so much and stuff like that, and glad to see her and everything. But no, I didn't kiss her on the cheek or nothing, but I just hugged her and told her I was glad and excited to see her and stuff like that. And you know how sometimes people say that you should try to get close with and make amends and make a truce with people in general who you have all arguments with. But in general, I'm like, well, what if people have the will to want to hate you and they don't want to make a truce with you, and they don't want to be respectful, But then other people feel like, well, you can't make them be nice or respectful to you, so just let bygones be bygones. But, yeah, towards the end of the dream, just before I woke up, it was a little after 3:45, or was it 3:40 that I woke up? And but as I said, I wrote a blog post probably about a month ago talking about what would happen if me and my twin sister did have to make a truce and stuff, the things that would happen. Certain family members feel like they don't want to associate with me unless I'm compliant with the mental health system. And that's so wrong. And they don't want to accept me as I am or for who I am because they're brainwashed. And they're intolerant of everything I do or say. But Sean would be compliant with the mental health system, and they still treat him a certain way. And even when I was compliant with the mental health system, they still treated me a certain way and falsely assumed that I'm not taking my medication. Even when I was faithful and loyal, taking it as prescribed, even though I didn't realize I was being poisoned, So, but they have a lot of narcissists, and that's how that lady that was trying to get my money the other day, she got that kind of mindset, that mentality. Because she seemed so identical to a lady in Long Beach, California that was abusive and narcissistic and doing transitional housing. Like, you glorify yourself, brag about how you're a woman of God, but you're an abusive bully for no reason. A money-hungry, narcissistic, abusive bully for no reason. And and she actually got up in my face and got deep in my face and try to provoke me to hit her. Just like the Foster family by, trying to get in my face on purpose so that they can try to provoke you to hit them so they can have a justification to give you a brutal beat down. And people don't talk about, the abuse of people labeled mentally ill or people who are considered disabled. But, people want to be outspoken about quote unquote abuse abuse that LGBT received. We didn't choose to be disabled or being labeled mentally ill. We don't make a lifestyle or a choice to being labeled crazy for speaking the truth and everything, or being forced disabled as the outcome of being abused, systematically and meticulously abused, ritualistically and satanic ritually abused a certain kind of way. Because people even say that what we went through growing up was considered satanic ritual abuse. And people say gang stalking is another form of satanic ritual abuse and human trafficking. And they say foster care was satanic ritual abuse and human trafficking. So well, I got the light on so y'all can see my ugly face in the same clothes every doggone day. But my clothes would have been washed if they had a laundry room in here. And I'm not going on the other side of the highway. So I just been hand washing my clothes and let them air dry. I have been hand washing my clothes and let them air dry. So, yeah, I figured that 2 videos before this one, what I talked about, I just knew that they were gonna make sure I don't get any thumbs up on those videos, on a video like that. Just like, I'm wondering why some people pretend to fake like my posts on Twitter, but they try to block me from getting retweets. I don't know if the gang stalking network blocked me from getting retweets, or people just really fake and don't want to retweet my stuff out. But I really hate when I like and retweet somebody's stuff, even if it's their pinned tweet, and then I go back a few days later and realize that they undid the retweet, or they undid my like on that person's post. And so then people think I'm a sick weirdo for screenshotting everything. And then, I screenshot a lot of posts on Twitter that I like, because if I retweet or like so much of their posts, they would think I'm a sick weirdo or a stalker or whatever, when I'm not. I just find their posts educational. So then, I try to not retweet so much, and I just screenshot a lot. Screenshot so much that the power button on my phone is broke, and I have to put a piece of tape over it, and it's been like that for probably at least 6 months, for a long time. And this phone is cracked and broken. I can't see much of nothing. I thought this job would have helped me. The previous job, that I don't have a job anymore. It didn't last long, for y'all who didn't know. So I with that job, I thought that possibly I could have got me, another phone on my own with the job, but possibly not, because I didn't realize there was so much a transportation struggle with that job. And every 2 weeks, if I would have got paid a certain amount every 2 weeks, and then had to pay, all that work money would have gone almost exclusively to the hotel and the motel, and having much of nothing at all left over, and then barely enough for transportation and nothing for food. And That's why I was trying to. I feel like, oh, this ain't gonna work out. I would need at least a second job, but a second low paying job. I tried that, and they bullied me off within the first few hours. So that's why I said that I was trying to see about. All I know how to do is my short stories. Um, Trying to make a living off of that, which the gang stalkers want to try to stop, and they don't want to allow me to make a living off my short stories or nothing, or any of my writings. But speaking of that, I edited and removed my Amazon link, and so since I put my ebooks on my blog for free, the nonfiction ebooks, I have a section called nonfiction, and that's where I put my ebooks that I have published on Amazon. And as I said, I originally wanted to put them up for free, and if you wanted to donate, then you can donate. But I have a few articles in mind to write that if they didn't wrongfully ban me from Medium.com for speaking the truth, then that they could have been suitable for Medium.com. But they booted me off of Medium.com and banned my account for speaking the truth, and the online perps were harassing me on there. And so I think they manually reported one of my articles, and that's why that stopped me from the potential to make money writing on Medium.com. So, just like on YouTube, with my blog, the online perps feel like if they can't post hateful and abusive comments and get underneath my skin and try to drive me to suicide, then what they do is they try to, I don't know how they hack into my account and try to make it like as if my account is dangerous and a threat, and I can't even post the link to my blog on Twitter no more. And so they see me as a threat, and then and of course they want all the abusive stuff that they say. Why isn't it called hateful? But when I express how I feel and what I'm going through and what they're doing to me, they say I'm the one full of hate and crazy rage. So yeah, so they reverse it on me and lie and say that I'm hateful and stuff like that. So they want to try to make sure that my blog can't reach a normal audience, and only the only the obsessed stalkers can, as I said, they probably got my stuff on an RSS feed to watch everything I do. It's just really crazy. And y'all the ones working for the devil, not me. So my body feels a little bit better now, but when I first woke up, my body felt extremely weak and fatigued, like when I woke up from this nap, my body felt weak and fatigued, like as if I've been physically working on those doggone cars or something. But now I'm feeling a little bit better. But I want to work on some more writing today. I would like to work on 2 short stories today. And I don't know how many nonfiction, maybe blogging, journaling, or writing those articles that I thought about that's suitable for Medium.com or something that I can't post on Medium.com. And I could have been making money from stuff like that, but they block me. They block it. So they just trying to destroy my quality of life and my livelihood. So anyway, Another quick thing I wanted to talk about is you hear about the inflation and the cashless society and all that and the economic collapse and stuff. And I thought certain restaurants were charging you extra for using cash. But now they charge you an extra fee, even if it's a small fee, but they still charge you extra for using your debit card now. Like today when I went to buy the food to save for later, they charged me 44 cents extra. My meal was $11.81, but then they charged me $12.25, and then it was some place downtown that I ordered, and the muffin was like would have been normally I guess if $2.99 or $3 plus tax, and then $3.23, but then they charged me 10 cents extra, $3.33. And it was another place recently I went to. Was it yesterday or the day before? A third place I went to recently that I can't remember which place it was, where they charge you extra money, charging you an extra fee to spend money on your debit card. But then if you try to get cash out the ATM, a lot of times they charge $3, $4, $5. So after breakfast and dinner today, now I just got $20 left in the in which I'm gonna try to use tomorrow, and I don't know if I'm gonna get that third $50 deposit back. There was no notification, at least not yet, and I'm hoping that they won't. The guy said that he wasn't gonna charge me for the toilet issue, but I don't know if it was because the weekend or because it was Friday or what. It was Thursday evening when he when I checked in, and then I had to check out Friday, and then I came back and with a few nights and stuff. So then at Wednesday when I check out, it's either gonna be Friday or another day. I think they'll only allow you $100 worth for free. I don't think that they'll give you a whole entire free night at whatever hotel. I think they'll give you $100 for free, and then you pay the difference. I think that's how it was, because when I was at the motel in Gulf Breeze, my first night there, I think I paid for a night, and then the second night was free, and then that's when the manager offered me a weekly rate, and he told me, "You want to do it?" He said, $300 a week. You want to do it? I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, homeless no more." So I was off the streets in a motel for at least 6.5 or 7 months or so until the situation with Trisha, and then I've been back on the streets, bouncing back and forth between hotel and motel and the streets and everything. So I guess I'll just continue writing more, and I want to work on a novel, but I don't have any concrete ideas yet. I just want to write a novel, and but yeah, I heard that they're taking away the Kindle for Android, so I guess other people can read the Amazon Kindle and stuff, but people haven't really been reading or supporting my ebooks anyway because of Starbreaker, and now other perps have followed suit. So something else I want to talk about, but I don't remember now. But I really want to go to the beach tomorrow, but I don't know if I would successfully pursue it. But I said I didn't want to leave. Like once I came back, I bought dinner because I felt like, and I put it in the refrigerator to just microwave for later because I felt like I didn't want to go back out. It's not about me being lazy, but I just didn't want to be harassed. Trying to go back out and then be followed and being made to feel uncomfortable and stuff. So I'm gonna planning to stay in here for the rest of the evening or the rest of the night, or unless somebody does something, then I'll film that. So, but um, if I have another short story or two, I'll try to come back on here and show y'all the ones who, if you're interested, because the perps want people to believe that nobody's interested, but there's very few people who are interested, and open-minded. So if you are interested, I'm gonna think of another short story or two and just post one of them on here today, and then write some other stuff. I don't know, but I'm gonna go for the moment. And if you would like to donate, whatever you could, my fundraiser in the description box, fundraiser, Ko-fi, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, whatever. And I removed the Amazon link from now on. I'm not gonna post the Amazon link. So I'm gonna see y'all when my short story is done, and I'll just see y'all later.